Alright everybody, what's up? I got a 2008 Ford Edge. The customer is complaining of a check engine light flashing intermittently. We're gonna hook up our scanner. This car has 122,000 miles. There are no codes, but it does have pending. You can see on the long term that this car is stuck lean. The computer is adding fuel by 25.8% than what it should. This, I believe, is due to a bad injector. This one is -10, so it's safe to say that the actual trim is around 10%, I mean 15%, which is still a little bit bad. You could tell your oxygen sensors are working properly. And if you go to the first page, you can see your oxygen sensor circuit is in closed loop, which means it's applying its data to the short term and the long term. Alright guys, so I decided to drive the car a little bit to get that. I had to drive it about 2 miles. As you can see, the check engine light is on. The car is warmed up. I actually pulled over, turned the key off, and waited about 10 seconds and turned it back on, because this is probably a 2-trip fault, or I'm not sure, but that's what I did. Alright guys, so the code is back on. We're gonna go to our little scanner, $60 on eBay. Injector circuit open, cylinder 3. So the fact that this code came up on current when the car warmed up, to me indicates a bad injector. If the circuit itself was bad, it would be all the time. Now, this could also be a computer issue, and I'm gonna show you guys how to check that in a bit. Cylinder 3 misfire, P0303. Injector circuit open, cylinder 3, P0203. In our current codes, we're gonna see only the one code. It's not really giving me the misfire code on current because it's not really misfiring. It's just the circuit is glitching, I guess. I feel a slight misfire every now and then. Data stream. Our long term and our short term are near perfect right now. I wouldn't worry about a lean condition at this point. The only thing I'm gonna chase down is this injector. This is going to be because of the bad injector. It's not letting it complete the monitor, and these as well. So you guys can tell when I add fuel, when I give it gas, the long term is actually increasing the fuel by over 10%. And it's keeping it around -5, so it's increasing it about 5%. My engine coolant temperature is perfect. It's not overheating. Alright guys, so the check engine light is still on. And now it's actually misfiring consistently. You can see the short term has changed to +15. It's adding fuel because it's not getting it from the injector. Its long term is at 18% now. This is perfect for the diagnostic. This is when you want to check the actual injector, when it's at this point, not when it's not messed up. Alright, so it's still misfiring. None of these are number 3, but you're gonna want to back probe it as a control test. You put your power probe to power. And you see this control circuit is functioning correctly. Alright, we're going to move over to our next injector. Alright, we got a steady pulse. Alright, so to test the back ones, you're going to need a wiring diagram if you can't see the wire, and follow it all the way to here. As a example, I'm going to do this one, which is yellow-orange. We are on the same wire up here. And we're gonna do the same test from here. You can see clearly the test light is flashing like it would down here. So now we're gonna find number 3 and test it here. Alright guys, so the number 3 injector wire color is violet gray. I have it hooked up right there. When I put my test light hooked up to power, I do get a blink. Guys, so I took off the air tube. And pretty sure you can see the purple. The blue wire is the power, and that purple wire is the one that we were testing up on the front valve cover. We're going to probe it right there and see what we get. Alright guys. This is hooked up to the number 3 injector, I believe. And we are getting a signal as it's misfiring. And to confirm the issue, we do have a blinking check engine light. This injector needs to be changed, and I'll do that in a bit. Alright, so the car is running and we do have the check engine light on. I do want to see which codes we're getting. I did unplug some yeah, I unplugged that coil and that one. I was just making sure that was number 5 and that was number 6 cylinder. You can tell because it's 355, that's number 5 cylinder, and 356 is a number 6 cylinder coil. All I did was unplug them to verify that that was the cylinder. And you could unplug number 3 coil if you can reach, just to verify that that's number 3 cylinder as well. Okay, you would get a 353. Alright guys, so we're gonna be changing this injector, and you do have to remove the fuel rail. Just gonna put it back in the hole. Guys, so everything is back together, and I'm just gonna sand this lightly with some light sandpaper. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back. I'm gonna be checking the low tire pressure as well. So this one is reading 20. And that one's low too. Let's see what happens if we put air. Beautiful. So that's how you clear that light. Instead of just driving it, you can give the customer back their car with the light gone. These rims are chrome, so the chrome ones usually leak air. I don't have a machine to take off the rim, so I'll probably have to send this car to a tire shop. And as far as the check engine light goes, I am not seeing any symptoms of a bad injector happening. The car is not shaking, it's running well. These monitors will probably complete once the car drives a little bit more. Let's see how the car is running with the data stream. Short term is -6, so it's actually taking fuel away, which is good at idle. You see the long term is stuck at 21% right now. Bank 2 is only at 3%. Bank 1 is so high because number 3 injector is in the bank 1, so that's why this was reading so high. Within a few minutes this should clear itself up. If this one is at 21% and this one is -7, you know, it's gonna be around 13 to 12% rich, which isn't as bad as you think, but we're gonna see what happens. See, the voltage is steady. I'm actually gonna look at that on a graph. This one seems to be stuck rich. Okay, it's not. Alright, so this car seems to be running pretty well. I'm gonna test drive it and see how it affects the long-term data. You see, now we're at -16. So the short term for bank 1 is -16 and the long term for bank 1 is at 16%. So that means that it's actually 0%. It's taking away what this is giving it. So it's little by little correcting its own memory to lower that fuel trim on the long term, and this car should be running fine. I wouldn't even have to test drive it at this point. See, now it's taking away 12% and it's only at 12%. I'm gonna give it some gas. So bank 2 is running really good. That's what you should want to see right here. Perfect example. Now that one lowered, and this one is lowering as well. Very good. This can pretty much confirm the repair on this vehicle without a test drive. If you don't have the time for it, you could be confident in giving this customer their car back without a check engine light and without a TPMS light. Neither of them are on. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Alright guys, so this customer actually came back to let me finish this video. Okay, so it's been a few miles, and you see every monitor is complete except the evap monitor. This car would pass inspections right now in New Jersey. And I just turned it on, so we do see the long terms are doing well. It's raining outside, but just wanted to show you guys where this car is at. After a few miles of driving it, it would be good to pass inspection. It has no codes. And only one monitor incomplete, which is okay.